So this is our unit 12. So last time you learned about unit 11, right? And also had a small quiz. Okay. So today we start our new lesson as well about unit 12, talking about, change. Okay. So talking about, change. So in this unit, you will learn about, talking about change. So you know that, everything, cannot stay the same, right? Because, today, example like now, today you are 20 years old or 21 years old. But how about next year, everybody? Is it the same or not, 81? Do you stay the same? Stay young? Yeah, no, 81?
No,
no, right? That's why, we have, everything, is always change, right? It doesn't stay the same. That's why they say what? Never stop learning, right? Never stop, learning. Why, everybody? Why you never stop learning? Because like what? Never stop teaching, right? I think you know this saying, right? Never stop learning, because like never stop teaching. Okay, there is about the way that you have to know about lie. I mean, even COVID-19 example. Before we just only have coronavirus, right? Only COVID-19, but now we have the new name, right? The new name. What is the latest one, anybody? They just appear in our country. Anyone? In our country, we have what? Delta, right? Yeah, Delta example. Yeah. The virus know mathematics very well, right? They know mathematics very well. Because what? Delta, alpha, something like that. So it is always about mathematics. Okay, so this is about, change. So don't forget, we always meet the change every day. And there's a kind of initially you will learn about, future plan. So when I'm talking about future plan, we're talking about future tense, right? And the way that we, try to say, negative diplomatically. At some point, sometimes when somebody asks you something, can you just say no directly about it? Can you just say no quickly, everyone? Example, excuse me, can I borrow you some money, please? And then you just say no. Is it okay, everybody? Just say no that way, everyone. Yeah?
It's not okay.
It's not okay, right? Example like now, I'm your teacher, right? I'm your teacher. And then I want to borrow you some money. So maybe you cannot, it's very hard to say no like that. But now you want to say no politely, example. How can you say no to me, everyone? How can you say that, everybody? You don't want to lend me money, right? But you cannot just say, no, teacher, I can't. So it's not so good, right? So what should you say, everyone? Anyone can give some idea how to say no politely, or you can say diplomatically like that. Anyone can try? Yeah? But Ben Kamini, can you say something? Kamini? Yeah?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, can you say something about it? You don't want to borrow, you don't want to lend me some money, right? But how can you say no? Diplomatically like that. Mamani? Kamini?
I answer that I'm sorry, teacher, I don't have enough money.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So, and Whitney? Whitney?
Yes, teacher.
So based on what Mani said, is it okay to say that? Is it very polite yet?
For me, I think it's not really.
Okay, how about your idea? What should you say now?
For me, I would say I would love to lend money to you, but for now I still have some financial problem with me. So when I am on the step or state, I can lend it to you later.
Okay, so this is just some way, right? We can do that. Give some, excuse, right? That's good. Okay. How about choose honey? What about Zapani? Choose Zapani.
Yeah, teacher.
So usually, your friend ever borrow you some money, you know? Yeah. Anyone of your friend borrow you money? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you say no to them?
For me,
Yes.
I can give to them first, and then I ask them to return back to me as soon as possible.
I mean, say no. Okay, so no, that's why this is about what we learned at the end of the lesson. Okay, tomorrow. And the last one you will learn, about future future perfect, okay, and also about probability. Okay, we also have grammar at the end of the lesson. This is about what we learn tomorrow. Okay, but today we learn about the first one here about the chain. But now let's go together, everybody, to the first one here. So usually, look at over here. We have some point here about it. Choose one of the possible changing at verb below. Now, like number one, everybody, what problem your company might have bringing in the chain? Okay, so can you give some example here? But let's start with Merchant Sing Sing. Sing Sing. Sing Sing.
Yes, sir.
So usually, in your company, it's about like, do you have a job yet, Sing Sing? Do you have a job yet?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, good. So now, what problem that your company might have that caused the change? Okay. So what problem they have in your company that caused the change? Can you give one example? Now, I give you one example about my workplace first. Because of COVID-19, my workplace, has changed the schedule. Before we worked, 5 days a week. But now because of COVID-19, we just go to work only 2 days a week. Okay. This is about, the problem in my company they call the change. How about your company, Chan Sing Sing? Can you give about your company, please?
Yes. Can I try in Khmer, sir?
Yes. Was it?
Can I speak in Khmer?
Yes.
Similar your example, sir. For my company, we also change the schedule from start 7 a.m. to 6 a.m. Because
Okay.
we need to check in and buy alcohol every morning, sir.
Okay, yeah, thank you. You see about the chain, right? Okay, good. How about another one? What about Chandia? Chandia?
Yes, teacher.
How about you? Do you have a job yet, Dia?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. So can you give one example about your problem in your company? They call the chain.
As you mentioned that because of the COVID, normally our companies always has this kind of the appraising teacher, it's kind of the appraising.
Okay.
They always have it twice a year, but because of this pandemic and because of all of these problems, so right now they changed into only once a year.
Okay, once a year.
And
right?
yeah, so that is the change. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So this is about a pressure, right? You mean a pressure, right? A pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, teacher. That.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
You can say a pressing, no problem. But usually the noun is a pressure like that. Okay, thank you. How about Chun Sok Hua? Sok Hua? How about Sok Hua? Chun Sok Hua?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, how about you? Do you have the job yet, right? Or not yet?
I'm not having a job yet.
Okay, but now can you now we are studying in UC, right? Example. So what problem that happen that can make our school change, something? Okay, can you give the real example?
Like we are facing now COVID-19.
Yes.
we change from study in a physical class to online class.
Yes.
Just like this.
Okay, yeah, this is the way that we call it change, right? Like now you are studying with me, right?
Yeah.
Online, by a Zoom example.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
you see about the way they cause the change. Okay, good. How about talking about this way? How you or your colleague, might react. So usually, do all the, like example, like talking about Dia again, example. Dia. So your company change the pressure, right? So how do you react?
Yes,
Let's talk about you first. How do you react to that change? Do you like it or you don't like it?
definitely not. So,
Okay. Why?
so
So why
basically,
not?
me and my colleague, because this is such a loss for us
Yeah, lose
as
profit,
an
right?
employee. Yeah.
Okay, lose
Yeah.
profit.
So me and my colleague this is not like
Okay, yeah, thank you.
this one.
How about like just now Chan saying right? How about saying? So your company change the schedule, right? You
Yes,
change the
sir.
time. So do you like it or you don't like it? Saying? Yeah.
For me, no, sir, because we need to get up early and arrive before 6 a.m., sir.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
my home, yes.
Okay, so this is about the way that we're talking about, what argument your company, could give to make, it more suitable. Like example, like new system are working, like based on saying some people like, right? Some people, don't like it. Okay. Or sometimes, like sometimes, the people that like something that if they get profit, it's okay, right? Well, if they lose profit, maybe they don't like it at all. So that's why, the change is always good or not, everybody? What do you think, everybody? Is the change always good for people? Yeah. What do you think, everybody? Do you think that the change is always good for you, everyone? What do you think?
No, teacher.
No, right? Some people may say yes. Some people may say no. Okay. And the reason why? Profit, right? Or we can say advantage, right? That they get, from their job. Okay. That they have to, know about this. Okay. So this is about some point that I just want to share with you. And now look at this one here, buddy. So usually talking about change, it can be, good, can be bad. That's why, when a company want to change, so they want to change something, what should they, have to do first? Okay. So usually they have to, look at the change management. They have to look at what is it? They have to look at, like the strategy, what strategy that they can, make the change for the company very well and no complaint from the staff. Or can also do the measure or the way, right? They can, avoid the problem. Like example, like do the, what is it? Like we call, we can do the SWOT, right? Example. I think you know about SWOT, right? Anybody? Do you know this so well? Anyone? SWOT? Do you know that? Stand for what? Everybody? SWOT? Stand for Ian. Dan Panet. Hello, Panet. Do you hear?
I don't know, sir.
Need to know about it.
So you mean preparedness, opportunity, and faith?
Yeah, good. Shanghai, yeah. Shanghai, just now I didn't see you when I take chat and then. Okay, so
yes, sorry, I left.
okay, so SWOT stand for strength. Okay, strength. Again, I just review for you, everybody. Strength, and W stand for weakness, right? And O stand for, opportunity, and T stand for threat. Okay, so usually, when you do something, even you, all of you here, buddy, when you want to do something, you have to do the SWOT first. Don't just do it quickly, right? Okay, don't be, so impulsive. Okay, can you remember this word, buddy? Don't be impulsive. What does it mean, buddy? Don't do something quickly and then feel sorry later. Okay, this is called impulsive. When you always do something very fast, you always make a very fast decision. Okay, but at the end you say sorry. We call impulsive. So you have to do the SWOT. Okay, even whatever you do, everybody, try to do it with the SWOT first. Okay, what benefit did you get, and what are the point that you what is the bad point that you get from that one, and what should you change to be made better, okay, and so on. This is about the way that you have to understand, okay, about the about the SWOT. Okay, and another one, you have to look at the how to improve it. Example, it means the change improve or the change doesn't improve at all, and how many choices that we have or how many options that we have. Okay, and also about the execute. Sometimes if we just follow the order again, is it okay or not, everybody? Sometimes we have to make people follow. We don't have to okay, ask the people to follow it, because we are the one that control the company, example, right? And then start to plan. Sometimes we have to ask the team, and sometimes we have to engage with the team and so on in order to try it. Kim Hoon, Ho Kim Hoon, what do you mean by again? Kim Hoon, Ho Kim Hoon.
Teacher, I mean the word SWOT. Could you repeat it again?
SWOT. SWOT means you can see on the top, right? Strength, weakness, opportunity. Opportunity, we have 3 P, only 1 P, 2 P, not 3, and threat. Okay, you can see in the chat, right, or not? Yeah, do you see in the chat room? Okay, now let's go to the next one here. So usually, what do we mean by change in the company, or change in the workplace, and change in the business and so on? So usually, change mean when we talk about alteration in people, right? When we have the new staff, or when we have the new management, okay? We always have the new change, right, in the company. This is about the first one. So when we change in people, this is also change something in our workplace, right? Example, in Cambodia, you can see, right? When we have the new leader or the new boss, everything stays the same or not, everyone? Yeah, when we have new leader, new minister, or new prime minister, example, everything stay the same or not? Stay the same, everybody? They say the
not
same?
teacher.
Yeah, it always not. It's always not. even in USA, example, right, between Joe Biden and Mr. Donald Trump, right? do they have the same strategy or not, the same leadership? No, right? They have different. You can see even when Joe Biden become the president quickly, he decided to withdraw all the troops from where, everybody? From which country? Anyone? Which country?
Afghanistan, teacher.
Yeah, you can see. That's why here change. When they have alteration in people, yeah, they will have change. And the second, is about when that we have change. Okay, is about fracture. So when we change the fracture, when we have the fracture that has been changed, example, like before we follow like democracy, example, and then Taliban, right, come to control the country in Afghanistan. So what system do they follow? Not democracy anymore, right? Become what, everybody? What do we call? What kind of leadership do they follow in Afghanistan now when Taliban control the country? Anyone? Not democracy. Is what? Yeah. What do we call? Annette, what do you say?
Communism.
Yeah, communism, right? Can be communism. Okay. Can be communism. Example. Can be we can call a total libertarianism. Okay. ផ្ដាច់ការនិយមអញ្ចឹងពី we call totalitarianism, or we can say dictatorship, like that, okay? Or we can say military government, right? Military government controlled by the military or by the soldier, example like that. This is about the alteration in structure, okay? And the last one, is we call alteration in technology. So when we have new technology, we also have new changes, right? Even in our country, example, nowadays, we also have like 4G, and now we are moving to 5G, right? But I don't know whether it is possible or not. Everybody. In other countries, they are already in 5G, right? They are using 5G now. How about Cambodia? We have 4G.5, right? Yeah, 4.5G, right? Nowadays, everyone. Yeah. Nowadays we are using 4.5G. I think you can see in your phone 4G plus, right? Everyone. Can you see that in your phone?
Just 4G.
Yeah, 4G, right? Yeah, we have 4G. We have 4G plus. Okay. Sometimes here 8 plus, right? 8 plus.
We have 9G too.
E. Sometimes E, like that. There is about the problem, of our internet. Even me, sometimes also you cannot hear me very well, right? Because of that. Sometimes my service also gets stuck as well because of the bad weather around, right? Like that. This is about how we call here alteration in technology. They call the change. So again, this is about the thing that we call change people. Alteration means change, okay? Change in structure and change in technology. Like nowadays, in the future, all car will become hybrid, right? Or can use only electricity. But in Cambodia, can you get about it? How many years more, everyone? How many years more that our country will use all hybrid cars? Like that, everyone? 5 years later? 10 years? Or how many years later? Everyone? What do you think? That we can develop our city become a smart city like that? Yeah, do you know about it, everybody? We want to develop Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, Kampong Som, and so on to become smart city. Okay, do you know about that? Do you know about that project? Not everybody about that plan? Anyone? Have you ever heard about that?
No, teacher.
Really? Okay, this is about what our government want to develop Phnom Penh city to become smart city, and also in Siem Reap, and another one. I mean, these two will develop first, and then we go to Kampong Som to become smart city as well. Okay, this is not easy, right? Because we need very fast what speed, fast speed, of internet. But in Cambodia now very slow. Okay, sometimes like you say like next week you will have final midterm exam, right? And they want you to turn on your camera. Is it okay for you, everybody? You can turn on your video, everyone. But next week you will do it, right? Next week you will have to like based on the school you have to turn on your camera, and you have to do at the same time. Okay, write something and then post for the school back. Okay, but for me I just only allow you to do in the Google Classroom, okay, to save you time, so it's easy for you. Okay, everyone, but just you have to turn on the camera again like that. You see what you have to prepare for next week. Okay, so yes, Pani, was it? Is she high?
Yes, it's just a written question, or you have
Sorry, was it?
It is the only question, or you have multiple choice and So
both.
another
You have multiple choice and you also have to write one essay at the end. Okay. And the text developed by Mr. Mirasmai, not me. Because your teacher teach you before, right? So I don't want to change anything. I just adopt his text for you. Okay. So I mean, he has grammar, vocab, and at the end you have to choose one essay. Okay. Write one essay at the end. Okay, like that. So easy for you, and you have to do it only in the Google Classroom for me. Okay, so no need to move around. But other teacher, maybe you have to write and take photo, right, and send to him. So it depends on the teacher. Okay. Okay, let's come back to Alison here, buddy. So usually, what are the factors that cause a change? So usually we have external and we have internal, factor. So for the external factor, it can be because of the marketplace. Example, like as you can see nowadays, because of COVID-19, we not only we don't go to the market directly nowadays, right? What do we have to buy now, buddy? Where can we buy now, everyone? Where can we buy now?
Online.
Yeah, easy, right? Now just click on your phone and then you can order anything you want, right? So this is about the change, because of the external forces. So the market nowadays have to develop to become a online market, right? For every product. This is about the way we have to know. So this is about the external factor. And second, because of what? Economic change. Okay. For example, because of COVID-19, a lot of companies don't make profit. So when they don't make profit, they have to, cut down some stuff, or they have to increase more stuff. Everybody, what do they do? Everyone, cut down or keep the same, or what? Yeah. Do you know about that, everybody? What do they do when they have they kind of we call here we call recession? Do you know this word, buddy? Do you know recession, everyone? And do you know inflation? Yeah. Do you know the word, everyone? Recession and inflation.
I used to hear that word.
Now, can you check, everybody? Can you check, please? What difference between recession and inflation? What difference? Can you check a little bit, everybody? What difference here? Yeah, what difference?
Inflation មានន័យថាសេដ្ឋកិច្ចថយចុះទៅច្រើន
Okay. And another one. How about another one?
Recession ហ្នឹងមានន័យថាទីផ្សារឬក៏សេដ្ឋកិច្ចហ្នឹងវាល្អវាកើនឡើងអញ្ចឹងទៅច្រើន
ថាទេឆែកបងទៀតមើល Not like that.
យកបានឆែកទៅខ្ញុំចិត្ត
ចេះទាយហ្មងនេះ Okay, yeah, anyone check that one, recession and inflation? Inflation ខ្មែរwe call what? អតិផរណា right? អតិផរណា and recession mean economic recession ការធ្លាក់ចុះសេដ្ឋកិច្ចអត់មានន័យល្អទេ So recession, for example, like nowadays, example, right? Because of COVID-19, people don't get much profit. They get less and less. They call, recession, right? Recession, I mean like that. I mean, we can say economic decline. Okay, but it is not like a financial, crisis yet. Okay, it just go down. We call a recession. And like if we just have, like kind of recession, it will lead to we call inflation. That everything is very expensive, but you don't earn much money. So is it okay for you, everybody? Tụi mình làm thoái lôi cho thao, lôi hòm bàn tiệt. Is it okay for you, everyone? The answer is not okay. Not okay, right? đã phải đu hay bà. You see about how because of the economic changes. So do you want to go out? Do you want to eat hamburger every day? Do you want to eat sushi or something like that? Anyone? Can you do that every day now? Because of economic changes? The answer is
No.
no, right? That is about we call the external factor because of economic changes. And another one is about the labor market. Labor market. Okay, labor market. Like not, before, like during my generation, before if you just knew English a little bit, you could find a job, right? You could find a job. Example during ONTAC, do you know ONTAC, right? Do you know ONTAC, anyone? ONTAC, do you know that?
Yeah, teacher. Yes.
ONTAC, what year did they come to Cambodia, everybody? What year? Huh? What year did they come to Cambodia?
1993, teacher.
1991, 93 trên cho bác ơi. 1991 they came to Cambodia. 1993 we had the first election, right? Don't forget that first election, 1993. So at the time during 1991, you just could speak English very little bit, okay? But you could find a job and you can get around $300 or $400 already at the time, okay? How about now? What about now, everybody? How about now? If you just can speak English very well, can you earn a lot of money now, everyone? Yeah, no? Everyone? You just know only English, okay? Maybe not. Maybe not, right? Okay. Before, if suppose if you are very rich, you can hire one person for chauffeur, right? Example. Okay, one person for chauffeur, one person for translator, right? Translator, one person for secretary. Okay, one person for body guard. How about now? How about now, everybody? One person. That's all, right? Yeah, no, everyone. Before we hire a lot of people, right? But nowadays, one person does a lot of job. Yeah, no? Do you think so?
Yes.
Yeah. Nowadays, one person, does a lot of job, but get the same salary, right? Or sometimes lower than before, like that. Okay, and nowadays, if you want to find job, you might have, free skill, right? You might have, like IT skill. You might have, language, language skill, and you must know your major very well, right? You see about the way that we have to know about people nowadays. You can see. So in the future, it will be like in Japan. In Japan, they get high qualification, but a lot of job still cannot find job, even though they get master or PhD degree. Why, everybody? Why? Huh? Why? They get PhD, they get master already, but they still cannot find job very well. Why, everyone? Do you know why? Yeah. Anyone? Okay. High demand, right? High requirement. High requirement. That's why in Japan they have a lot of suicide rate. Do you know about that, right? Anyone?
Yeah, teacher.
You know why? Why? Because their work is very pressure. Have a lot of pressure. Okay, not like in Cambodia that we are very free sometimes. So if we compare to other countries, sometimes we can be a bit lazy sometimes. And sometimes at night we have a lot of the void, right? Yeah, know everybody? Do you have the void in your village? Anyone?
Of course, teacher. So many.
Sometimes I think they don't know, they are not so rich sometimes, but they always enjoy singing karaoke, having party, something like that, right? If we compare to like Japan example, we get a lot of money from Japan, right? But don't forget, Japan, work very hard and they give us money. There is sometimes we feel like not so good, right? To be like that. This is about the labor market, they can change. Okay, so in the future, maybe we like Japan. You get high degree, master or PhD, but you still compete with each other, right? That sometimes you cannot find a job very well. And remember, they work, non-stop. They work non-stop in Japan. Sometimes you cannot go even to toilet, right? Like that. Okay, this is about the labor market. Can be because of the, another one is about the where we call, technology, right? That we had know already. Nowadays we have a lot of we call labor saving device. Okay, labor saving device. What does it mean, buddy? What do we mean by labor saving device? Anyone? What does it mean? Anybody? What is labor saving device?ឧបករណ៍យើងជួយគេជួយសន្សំចំចាយគេយើងពលកម្ម so the machine, the machine that can have a work faster or work slower. Anyone?
Faster.
Yeah, we can work faster. And so, people nowadays, that's why, one company, even one coffee shop example, one coffee shop, need a lot of people, not everybody. You can see along the road, right? One coffee shop, how many people work? 81. Do we need 10 people to work?
No.
Yeah, only one, right? 81. You can see, right? One coffee shop, one person. Sometimes, one mat. How many people about it for one mat? I see you can see in other country, right? In Cambodia, maybe around 4 or 5, right? About it in Cambodia. One mat maybe around 4 to 5 people. Okay. How about in other country? You can see in the movie, right? One mat, how many people?
2, sure.
1 or 2, right? That's all. You can see even in Japan, because of the modern technology, one farm, one person. Why, buddy? How can they do that, buddy? Why? How can they use one person to control the whole farm? Anyone? How can they do that? Yeah. Smart farm. Okay. They use smart farm. So everything controlled by what? Everything controlled by controlled by internet, by technology, right? So that's all, right? One person just check the machine. Easy. Okay, even in Facebook example, Facebook, one person, control, thousands of people actually, right? Because why? Technology, right? Easy. Okay, and the last one is we call law and regulation. Law and regulation. Okay, so where we have the new law or regulation, we will have also new change, right? Example, last time because of COVID-19, we have a lot. We have curfew, right? Do you know curfew, everybody? Bom ram again. Curfew. Bom ram. Cô cho, yeah. Chứ ham cô đau, yeah. Ham cô đau. Ham cô đau, eh? Chứ bom ram cô cho ham cô đau. That you cannot go out at night, right? But now you can go, right? No problem. But be careful about it at night. Not so sad. Okay. And another one is also because of the internal. Just not talk about internal, right? So internal, we have marketplace, we have economic change, we have labor markets, we have technology, we have law and regulation that can cause the change in the company. How about the internal one, everybody? What are the internal factors that can cause the change in the company? The first one can be because of corporate strategy. I mean the strategy of the company. Okay. Example, because of COVID-19, they want to cut down some stuff, and so in order to cut down some stuff, is it very easy, everybody, that we dismiss some stuff like that? Everybody, is it okay to dismiss some stuff?
No, teacher.
Not easy, right? That's why, sometimes they have to, make redundant. What does it mean by make redundant? What does it mean? What does it mean by make redundant, everybody? They have to, stop some stuff because of having no job. So that's why, they have to dismiss some people because they say that, oh, there are no job, there are no order from outside, so we cannot keep you anymore. Okay, so you can stop and we give you some, profit, right? Some, let's say 30% salary, example like that. It is about the way they're talking about, corporate strategy. Okay, they have to, keep the balance, right? And another one can be because of the technology and equipment too. Like I told you already, because of the modern technology, they don't need more people, right? They don't need more people. They just need the people that can use the technology and then they can work, right, very well. And another one can be because of the, employee attitude. Employee attitude, area bot, right? Area bot, you know that sometimes, if the staff are very lazy, example. So you have a lot of staff that are lazy. So do you want to keep them, everybody? They are very passive, right? They don't try to work. They just want to work for money. You know what I mean, right? Work for money. Sorry, work for money. So do they do their best for the company or not, buddy? Are they very demoted? Anyone?
No, teacher.
Yeah. Usually, the company want their staff to become, very devoted, very, committed, right? They want the staff to be committed to the company and think that the company, is their, family. Okay, like that. So that we can say, loyalty, right? In loyalty, buddy. What does loyalty mean, everyone? Keep in. Keep again. Loyalty. Keep small, strong, right? That you want to work and you devote, your energy, your power, your mind, your heart for the company. Okay. So what do you think about it? Are people nowadays very loyal to their company? Anyone? What do you think? Are people very loyal to their company? They don't want to go to somewhere else? Anyone, what do you think? No, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. That's why this is the problem, that can make the big change in the company. That how can you, keep the people to stay in your company when they don't want to stay? Okay, that's why we have to do the pressure, right? We don't like, okay, we look at their performance, right? Nowadays we call performance related pay. What does it mean, buddy? Nowadays we do this way. We call performance related pay. What does it mean, everybody? What does it mean? Performance related pay mean the payment based on what?
Based on performance.
Yeah, based on your job, right? Your job performance. If you work well, you can get more customer for the company. Okay, you can get more profit. You can get pay, right? If you don't work very well, okay, it's time to go home. Okay, this is about the way we call performance related pay. Okay, but in Cambodia, we prefer this one, merit. We call senior, senior related pay. What does it mean, buddy? Senior related pay. I mean, what? Based on what?
Based on your level.
No, duration that you work, right? But in other country, in other country nowadays, they don't follow this senior related pay. They follow, performance relative pay. If you can work well, okay, stay and get more money. If you cannot work well, okay, go home. There is about the way we talk about, employee, attitude. Okay, we're gonna keep the same like before. And another one is the workforce. Okay, nowadays, we have more job than people, or we have more people than job. Everybody, which one?
For Cambodia or for the world?
In general, in the world.
Okay, in general.
In general, what can you see? Yeah, more people than the job. That's why, some company, they are very, they don't care much about the people they work, okay? Because they see that if they don't have you, they can find other, right, to replace, okay? There is about sometimes that we don't feel, loyal to the company, right? Because one day they say what? No matter how strong you are, you can always be replaced. Have you heard that saying, anybody? No matter how strong you are, you can always be replaced. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
Teacher, I
day,
have heard of it.
yeah, one day, they will dismiss you and get another person to work instead of you. Okay? That's why you see about the problem that can, make people feel not devoted, right, to the company like that. Okay? You see about some, we call internal, forces of change. So we have internal and we have, external, okay, forces of change. This is what you should take note, for the final exam, okay? They're coming next month, right? Not this month, next month. Okay, so usually, why some people don't want to change? Why? So the first one, because of uncertainty, right, and ambiguity. So you are not so sure, right, that change is good or bad for you, right? So when that change is, you're not so sure about it, you don't want to change. Okay, even all of you, right? If you don't know, now we have the new phone. Example, we have the new phone model, like say iPhone 13 example. But you don't know about the quality of that phone yet, right? So you just wait. You don't want to change quickly. Okay, this is because of uncertainty and ambiguity. Ambiguity means has a lot of meaning, has a lot of option that you don't know whether it is good or bad for us. Okay, and another one, is concern over personal loss. Here, the main reason. Sometimes you don't want to change because of what? You feel afraid of here loss. Okay. Example, like now you want to change you want to move from one company to another company. Are you sure that you can get the same salary, everybody? And can you work there for a long time? Are you sure, everybody? Maybe not, right? That's why you don't want to change because of this concern over.
Teacher, if you're
sorry.
If you are going to change a job, we have to make sure that the pay is higher than the current one,
yes.
Not lower than.
Yeah, that is the right answer. If you can find a better place with better payment, yeah, of course I will go. But if the same or lower, why do we care to change? Like that. This is about the second main reason that people don't want to change. Sure. Yes.
Teacher, but sometimes like the company that your dream company or the brand name company, like the worldwide company, so they decided to join with a bit lower than current.
It should depend on the people, right? But remember, it can be good and can be bad, right? Don't forget that. That's why we have to do the SWOT. As I said, right? Do the SWOT first. Yeah. Okay. If you don't do the SWOT, maybe you have problem that later. And the third one, here, the belief that change is not beneficial. Okay. Okay. So this is about the three main reasons that people do not want to change. Okay, do not want to change something. Not only in the company, but also in your life, right? In your life. If something that doesn't give you much benefit, maybe you don't care about that, right? Example, now because of COVID-19, do we have to care to change our new phone, everybody? That costs thousands of dollars, anyone? Do you want that?
No, of course.
Oh, right.
No money.
No money, and if we change just the same phone, right? Okay, it doesn't have any much better improvement. That's why we don't want to change that because of that kind of, not so, beneficial like that. Okay. However, everybody, sometimes the company, still keep you change. So this is just some, technique that the company can use, to make people change. The first one, they can do like, the first way they use education and communication, right? Or, when you change like this, you can get like that. You can get this profit, that profit, right? You can get more payment. You can get more, like say, better, when you can get better in your job, something like that, right? So the first way you can use education and communication. And second way, they can negotiate. Right? Okay, now I move you from this place to another place. Okay, and you get this, the position like this. So are you okay or not? Like that, right? This is about negotiation. And the third one, is about we call manipulation and co-optation. Maybe we give choice. Okay, we give choice. Now I give you two choices here. Which one do you prefer? If you stay here, you get less salary. If you go there, you get a full salary, but maybe you lose some position. So do you decide to go there or not? This is about we call manipulation and co-optation. And the first one can be, participation. So sometimes we cannot just force them to change 100%, right? So we can go with the staff and, we can join with them, right? Now we try to do this way. So we go together, okay? If you have any problem, you can tell me. This is about we call participation. And the first one, is we call facilitation and support. So we try to give more support, right? Give more, guidance, give more advice, okay, in order to make people, meet the change very well. And the last choice, the last technique is what? Coercion. What does it mean by coercion, everyone? What does coercion mean? Yeah, become, yeah, chap become. Okay, this is the last choice that we can make, coercion. Okay, if you don't follow, you can stop. So this is just some, technique that people can we can do in order to maybe for change. So this is about the thing you have to understand, about change. Okay, the technique and also the the reason that people want change or not, and the factor that can be external, can be internal, right? And the last one is about the technique that we can maybe people change. So do you have any questions so far, everybody, about the change here, everybody? Do you have any problem? You can ask me, okay? Nikki Hong, was it?
Teacher, about the last one, like if they don't want, they need to leave or they fire the staff.
Yeah.
But like some country, they have the rule for
Here, you see,
employer.
we have many way now. We have five. We have you five already, right? We have education. We have negotiation. We have co-optation, participation, support. Bomb prom to make them chào. No choice, right? No choice. Thơm thớ lên, không thớ chụp. Okay. Luôn luôn mình đang nói là bomb prom biết mình đánh va chào. Okay. Là choice, right? Là choice. No more solution. Okay, dismiss you, or you can resign yourself. Right? You can resign and move to another place. Okay, like that. Yeah, any more question, anybody, about this one? Do you have any problem? Or any point you want to ask me about over here? Yeah? No? Okay, if no, I think that's enough for today, everybody. And so thank you for your participation. And tomorrow we will go on our lesson here. Okay, everybody?
Yeah, thank you so much, teacher.
So that's all. And see you tomorrow, everybody.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, sir.